It's assertive. I want to talk about this show first. It's called Mindhunters on Netflix. As you can probably see, yeah. It's a great show. I suggest you watch it, and I'll talk about it more, maybe a little bit later. But I want to show you something about part of the reason I hate what I consider the traditional female today, or the predominant female. I'm going to play this clip, and hopefully it'll catch, and I'll come back maybe a little bit after. So he's coming home from a big case, and I'm going to pause it real quick. To put a little context, this show is about the original members of the FBI who literally started profiling people, putting together behavioral analysis in a time when it was considered just unnecessary or stupid or pointless, feminine, everything. Like the FBI had, and policing at that time just had this gung-ho attitude. People are sick because they need to be, or criminals because they need to be killed, and that's what you do. You don't worry about their nature, why and how come, and what their mother did, and where their father was, and what made him into that. None of that mattered. Sorry about the glare. I apologize. I'll try to get a better angle in a moment. So this is him coming home in the middle of all this to his girlfriend, and I'll leave it. And I hope you can hear the audio well, and I have subtitles. So she's sitting there, and he kind of just misses her.
Hi.
Hi.
It's so nice out.
How was your trip?
Hot, sticky, miserable. Georgia. Have you eaten?
No.
Great. You want to get something?
Sorry about my
It's
shakiness.
getting pretty late if you do what you came for.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Super sorry about the glare again.
Are you still mad? Are you... What exactly are you?
Must I be something?
Can't even answer a question. And again, for some context, she's a sociologist in school going for her master's, so she knows what's going on. She knows what she thinks, and knows what she's thinking, and knows how she feels.
Curious.
Still... Curious?
No. You're different.
I am the exact same person that you reeled into that jumpsuit.
I don't think that's true. But I'm not the same either.
Oh, where are you going with this?
Just thinking, talking.
Thinking about...
She can't even say it.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Jesus, Debbie, come on.
You're so good at reading people. You tell me.
Okay. Well, when I first got here, you didn't get up to greet me. And you didn't invite me inside, but you won't come to dinner with me.
All things she knowingly did, knows why she's doing it,
Which I know from you.
and she knows how she feels, even before he got
The
there.
last 10 times we've been together, you're always starting arguments, and you've been assessing me in a very negative light. And in spite of your recent confusion about your degree, you stay up late every single night doing homework, leaving me to go to bed alone. When I first got here, you offered me a sip of your wine, which could be construed as welcoming, but even though you knew that I was coming from the airport, you didn't bring an extra glass, and half the bottle was gone. Which means you're trying to take the edge off so that you can break up with me.
Still too much of a coward to say it, and to admit it.
Let's not drag this out. I'll pick up my stuff next week.
So the thing I want to focus on there is, and this is based on people I've talked to, and then also based with my experience, you have females who would rather make your life miserable, hint at things, put you in a position where you feel the need to end a relationship so that in their mind they can be the victim or convince themselves and rationalize that, oh, I didn't do it, he did. Sure, I made his life miserable, ruined everything I could, made sure to be unemotional, thoughtless, rude, but that's not my fault. That is part of the reason I hate what I consider I guess, I don't want to use the term traditional because that has a separate context, but the status quo female today. That is how they are. They she knows, and yes, it's a movie and it's not real, but again, this is something that I've experienced myself. Where my ex would have rather just made my life miserable until I got fed up, rather than just making the decision and coming out and saying it. I know other men who experienced it, and I know females who exhibit that tendency or who have done things in the past the same way, because that way they can walk away being the victim, feeling sorry for themselves, saying, oh yeah, he dumped me, regardless of the fact that I treated him like garbage and trash for months and weeks and months and maybe even years. That's not my fault. I'm the victim here, because he did all those horrible things to me and wasn't open, didn't understand what I was trying to tell him. He didn't see the signs and didn't all these things. To me, that's kind of what has become female nature today, and I think it's sad. Hope that you all have a great day. Go easy, gang.